And welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Sunday. My name's Athena, and I will be helping guide us through the first portion of our Sunday service this morning, with the help of many volunteers. A little bit about Sanctuary Church for those who may not have joined us before. Sanctuary is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion, which brings us closer to what is commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or therapeutic organization. We encourage anyone facing trauma recovery or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they are not muted already. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded, which if you have any questions about, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service, we will invite you to journal. So now's a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. The service portion of our gathering today is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we will begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude. A reading from our rotating text, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading, and a reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching. After that, we'll bring the official service to a close, and from there, we'll move into an optional discussion period. We've allowed 90 minutes for this portion until noon Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. All right, welcome, and thank you for joining our Sanctuary community in celebration. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. I invite Courtney to lead us in our meditation this morning.
Thank you, Athena, and good morning, everyone. I invite you to join me in a short loving heart meditation this morning. So please do get into a comfortable position. If you are not in one already, you can do some shakes. If you have any jitters moving through your body, just kind of shake it out just a little bit before we sit for 5 minutes or so. Close your eyes when you're feeling ready. And if you can, place your feet on the ground. I invite you to do that as well if it's comfortable for you. And if you can place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly, that can help us get tuned in together. So let's settle in here with a few intentional breaths together. Let's begin taking a breath in through our nose and exhaling out through our mouth. Breathing in through our nose and exhaling out through our mouth. One last intentional breath in through the nose and letting it all out through the mouth. And continue to breathe as you normally do from here on out. I invite you now to tap into the loving, strong energy of your heart. Feel your heart beating in your chest. You might also notice your heartbeat in other places of your body. So let's take the next few moments to simply be present with our heart, noticing how its energy impacts our experience right here in this present moment. Our hearts show up so loyally to us every single day in the best way that they know how, assisting us in having this unique human experience. The energy of our heart is not only felt in our physical bodies, but it radiates out in the space around us and is felt by us all. I invite you now to offer gratitude to your heart for showing up with you right here, right now. Feel how good it feels for your heart to be here with you. Now I invite you to tap into the loving energy of your heart a little bit deeper by expanding this heart energy out. So call to mind someone that you love dearly. This could be someone from your past, someone in your present. Maybe it's even someone you don't know yet. And feel yourself sharing this loving heart energy with them. With your mind's eye, see how sharing this loving heart energy impacts them. Notice how they look when they receive this loving heart energy with you. Notice how it feels to share it. Be here for another couple of moments. I invite you to call to mind everyone here at Sunday service, feeling the group's presence all right here together. Although we're in physical locations all over the country and the world, we share this present moment, energetically present here together with all of our heart's energy, dedicated to being right here with each other. I invite you to feel all of our hearts coming together, sharing this loving heart energy with each other. You might use your mind's eye to see all of us together and see however you might see this loving energy impacting not only everyone here on this call, but all of our loved ones and our community members that are then able to be touched by this loving heart energy as we can share it with them as we've shared it with each other. Let's sit with this for just a few more moments before we conclude meditation this morning. Know that you can tap into this loving energy at any point in Sunday service today and at any point throughout the rest of your week. And with that, let's take a few intentional breaths and close out this loving heart meditation together. Let's take the first breath in through our nose And breathing out through the mouth, and through the nose, and out through the mouth. One last time, really sealing this loving heart energy as we move forward and letting it out through our mouth. Before you open your eyes, giving your fingers some wiggles, your toes some wiggles. Might rotate your shoulders before you really come back into the space with each other. Give a full body stretch. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Courtney. All right. Now I'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge those partaking in sacrament today, every day, those cultivating sacrament, the work they're doing for all of us, sending them love and gratitude on their journeys. As we move into our litany of gratitude, I invite you to unmute your mics and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us. We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars. We live in all things. All things
live in us.
Live in us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, we breathe of the air. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We call to each other. We listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live in all things. All things
live in us.
We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live in
all things.
All things
live in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions. Thank you, everyone. If you would please resume your mute. And I invite Emil to help us with our first reading this morning.
Morning, everybody. Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. The mind has no dimensions or size and is not limited in space. Therefore, the mind transmits its basic state via vibrational energy over an unlimited distance. This means that we routinely and unwittingly affect others by our emotional state and thoughts. Emotional patterns and their associated thought forms, for instance, can be picked up and received consciously by psychics at great distance. This can be demonstrated experimentally and has been the subject of great interest in advanced quantum physics. Because emotions emit a vibrational energy field, they affect and determine the people who are in our lives. Life lessons become influenced by our repressed and suppressed emotions on the psychic level. Thus, for instance, anger attracts angry thoughts. The basic rule of psychic universe is that like attracts like. Similarly, love promotes love, so that the person who has let go of a lot of inner negativity is surrounded by loving thoughts, loving events, loving people, and loving pets. This phenomenon explains many scriptural quotations and common sayings that puzzle the intellect, such as the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. As a general rule, people who carry the consciousness of apathy bring poverty circumstances into their lives, and those with a prosperity consciousness bring abundance into their lives. Because all things are connected on vibrational energy levels, our basic emotional state is picked up and reacted to by all life forms around us. It is well known that animals can instantly read a person's basic emotional state.
Thank you, Emil.
You're welcome.
We'll now go into our reflection period. If you have your journal or notebook nearby, we do have journal prompts for you this morning. Have you ever considered that we have a responsibility to others as our thoughts and emotional states impact those around us? How might we manage our emotions differently if we realize that on some level, our thoughts and feelings are impacting the animals, plants, and people around us? We'll come back together here in just a moment. I'd like to begin finishing up your thoughts. We'll begin moving into our next reading. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Jennifer to help us with our next reading.
Good morning. The Tao Te Ching 50. When one is out of life, one is in death. The companions of life are 13. The companions of death are 13. And when a living person moves into the realm of death, his companions are also 13. How is this? Because he draws upon the resources of life too heavily. It is said that he who knows well how to live meets no tigers or wild buffaloes on his road, and comes out from the battleground untouched by the weapons of war. For in him, a buffalo would find no butt for his horns, a tiger nothing to lay his claws upon, and a weapon of war no place to admit its point. How is this? Because there is no room for death in him.
Thank you, Jennifer. All right, we'll begin closing out this portion of our Sunday with announcements. Amy?
Good morning, everybody. Okay, our virtual circles and workshops are now open to non-members for a suggested $5 donation and remain open at no cost for official members. This week's virtual offerings include this evening at 6:30 Eastern, Veterans Healing with Psilocybin with Jeff. Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, Internal Family Systems with Debbie. Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, Psilocybin and Sobriety with Christina and Honor. And Saturday at 10:30 Eastern, Book Club with Susan, Russell, or Jason. You can register and find Zoom links on our events calendar on Psanctuary.org. And this Wednesday from 6 to 8, Christina Roundtree and Amy Hyde will be leading.
Hey,
Oh,
Amy.
I'm reading the wrong
Sorry to
one.
interrupt you. You're reading last Sundays.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, move
All
on
right.
down. Yeah.
Calm down. Thank you.
Okay.
So we have the same virtual offering. So that was all correct. So that's
You missed, there's just,
oh,
you just
Thursday.
read them again.
All right,
Yeah.
let me just start over. All right.
Yeah, you got this. Yeah.
Thank you for, all right. This evening at 6:30, Veterans Healing with Psilocybin with Jeff. Tuesday at 6:30, Internal Family Systems with Debbie. Thursday at 6:30 and Saturday at 10:30, we're introducing the Sacred Passage Ministry with Debbie. We'll have a workshop on that. Saturday at 10:30 Eastern, Book Club with Susan, Russell, or Jason. Thanks for your patience with me, guys. You can, again, find the Zoom links and register on the events calendar on Psanctuary.org and check your emails for more details on Sacred Passage. Ronnie will be leading our monthly men's circle this Wednesday from 6 to 8 at Clifton Universalist Unitarian Church on Payne Street off Frankfort Avenue. Men have been sitting in circles for millennia to challenge themselves to be better versions of themselves in their own unique way. This event is offered at no suggested cost for official Sanctuary members and is suggested $10 for non-members. Please visit our events calendar on our website to register. And mark your calendars for our new West Coast Sunday services led via Zoom on the first Sunday of each month, hosted at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you're interested in assisting with either of the West or East Coast services, please email our volunteer coordinator, Nancy, our volunteer coordinator's name is Nancy. You email her at volunteer@sanctuary.org. All right, I'll try not to mess it up again next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. It's hard. We got a lot going on. It's really exciting to see everything that we're doing. All right, membership with Stephen.
Good morning, everyone. We have 5 new members this week to announce. We have Andy from Florida, and Sharon from Mississippi, Emily from Minnesota, Justin from Tennessee, and Holly from Ohio. So welcome, everyone.
Yes, welcome. And we are onboarding new members every week. If you're interested in what membership looks like, you can visit our website and email at info@sanctuary.org. All right. We've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. As we further our conversation, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Much love to everyone today.